All right, guys. I'm making a video here about what just happened in this Warriors Grizzlies game. Obviously, I'm just going to play the video. Obviously, if people didn't watch it, the Warriors defeated the Grizzlies in a very, very thrilling game where the Grizzlies came back down 20 to almost take the lead, right? And there was only one thing I realized on this Warriors team. And it's one thing only, that Jimmy Butler is the number one option on the team. And that's a fact. He could say that he's Robin like he did in the press conference afterwards. He said he's Robin because Stephen Curry's Batman, but I don't think that's true. I think the offense revolves around Jimmy Butler now, and Steph Curry is such a great player that he can play off ball and play with Jimmy Butler instead of being above Jimmy Butler and Jimmy Butler playing with him. That's how good of a player that Steph Curry is. He's done it before with KD. He does it many times with Klay Thompson. If Klay Thompson having a better night, he can just be that off guard reliable shooter that he always is, and show that he's one of the best players ever, right? That's Steph Curry. But Jimmy Butler right now, this is Jimmy Butler's team. I don't care what anyone says. I know it sounds crazy, but Jimmy Butler is literally he shows. I mean, you can see right there, splash. He shows it. He shows it. Jimmy Butler is the best player on the Warriors right now. Playoff Jimmy's a real thing. And playoff Jimmy, I'm telling you right now, there's probably not six players I'm taking over him right now in the playoffs. I know he's 35 years old. I know he averages 17 points a game in the regular season. But who gives a fuck about the regular season? This is playoff Jimmy we're talking about. This is the same dude that took Goran Dragic and Scam Adebayo to the finals. This is the same dude that took a Martin twin and Max Strus to the finals. And you can't even say that his strength of schedule was bad because he was the eighth seed and he played against the Celtics, the Bucks, the Knicks. He played against a who's who in that playoff run in 2023 and dominated. You could say those guys played out of their mind, Gabe Vincent, whatever, but who makes them better? That's Jimmy Butler who makes them better, right? And and it showed today that Jimmy Butler, when he wants to turn on, he's the guy, and you can't stop him. You can't stop him. He's just that good. He's a good mid-range shooter. He dissects defenses well. He plays off ball, cuts well. He does everything you need to be a successful winner in basketball. And now that he has a great team around him, he has Draymond Green. He has Steph Curry. They have good pieces around him. Moses Moody, Brandon Post, Podzemski. They have good pieces around him. They're favored to beat the Houston Rockets, and the Houston Rockets are the second seed with Ime Udoka as the coach. And Ime Udoka is a phenomenal coach, but they're plus 180 or whatever they are to advance to the second round. And they're not going to beat the Warriors team. This Warriors team is going to smash them. I know they lost like 2 weeks ago in the regular season in a low scoring game, but it's different when Jimmy Butler's playing like this. Look at this passion. This is why this is why he felt disrespected in Miami, because he's like, dude, you give me scrubs. You want me to take a pay cut. You want me to take a pay cut and play here, but we're not getting any players. I'm over here carrying Gabe Vincent and a Martin twin, and and you're giving me Khalil Ware and Jaime Jaquez. Where is my KD? Where is my Donovan Mitchell? Where is any player of significance to help him get better, help the team get better? They wouldn't give it to him. So then he said, "Why would I take a pay cut? Screw you." Pat Riley called him a few choice words. He's over it, right? So then now Jimmy Butler's on the Golden State Warriors with a guy who is probably the second best player ever. Yeah, I said it. Steph Curry's the second best player ever. There's a whole video of why I think Steph Curry's the second best player ever. It's on my tier list of top 15 greatest players of all time, and I put him second. Um, if you want to look at it, go look at it. But that's just the fact. Oh my God, there's a fucking ad. I pay for this. That's fucking Chinese. Okay, but anyways, so that's just what it is. So I'm telling you right now, I believe that Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler can lead this team to at least a conference finals. I know they're going to play against the Lakers in the second round, right? But there's only a couple players in the NBA right now that can carry a team by themselves to a championship, right? and that's Giannis. That's Giannis. Don't tell me Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton are a big help, please, when they went to the finals, right? That's Giannis is one. Two, Luka Doncic. He went to the finals with a scrub team last year. Kyrie Irving shoots 40%. People think he's good because he has 3 nice TikTok plays a day. That's a fact. Jimmy Butler carried a team 2 years ago. That's another player. I would take Jimmy Butler over LeBron James right now. Yeah, I'm not crazy. Jimmy Butler at 35 years old is better than LeBron at 40 years old. I'm saying it right now. And I don't think that's even a debate. I mean, you can look at the stats. Oh, LeBron averaged 24.7 and 6 rebounds and 6 assists. I don't care about the stats. I look at the basketball player. He's not the same basketball player that he used to be, LeBron, right? And Jimmy Butler, even though he goes through lulls in games where he's not aggressive in the regular season. But again, that's the regular season. So we need to put more respect on Jimmy Butler and have more love towards his game. You know, like you need to respect where a guy can just turn it on when he wants. I mean, this just shows the caliber of player he actually is. I mean, he's one of the best players, top 30, 40 players of all time, if you really think about it. I mean, who else besides like Jason Kidd is taking a team back to back, not back to back, but twice in a couple year spans of into the playoffs, into the finals? That's crazy. And their team is literally nobody. Jason Kidd had Keith Van Horn and Lucius Harris and Kerry Kittles. And this guy had Max Strus and Duncan Robinson. Tyler Hero was hurt, right? And he was young in 2020 during the bubble season. And it's it just shows how good of a player he is. And honestly, if I want to do a list right now of who I would take over him, there's probably only 5 or 6 guys. If you really think about it, maybe you would take a Luka Doncic, obviously, because he's one of the best players. You take Jokic, right? Jokic should be MVP this year. You take SGA because SGA's having a hell of a season in his prime, balling out 32 points a game. Another player maybe you take is Tatum. But besides that, Curry and him are basically the same to me. Curry and him are basically the same to me. I think both of them impact well. And that's the beauty of Steph Curry, right? Because Steph Curry, again, this guy is the most unselfish player, superstar in NBA history. NBA history. Most unselfish. He could shoot the ball. No one will bat an eye because he's the best shooter of all time. No one will bat an eye. But he doesn't care. I'll play off ball. I'll come off screens or whatever. I don't need to have the ball and dribble in circles for 20 seconds and shoot the ball. I can just play off ball. Look at him moving out the ball right here. And so many eyes are on him that leaves Gary Payton open, right? So that's just what it is. I would take Jimmy Butler over anybody. This Warriors team is going to be phenomenal in the playoffs. Warriors Lakers are going to be amazing in the semifinals. Um, and for people making fun of me for saying LeBron, I think LeBron is better. I mean, LeBron is worse than Jimmy Butler. Just think about this. LeBron is the third option on his team right now. He's literally the third option. If you watch the games, just watch the games. He can't play by himself. He can't play with Rui Hachimura, Dorian Finney-Smith, Jackson Hayes, and Gabe Vincent. No, he needs Austin Reeves in there. He needs that guy to be with him, another creator. Luka Doncic is over here, can play with anybody, and you'll make him look good, right? He's over here playing with Jordan Goodwin and other Jordan Goodwin and as his second option. So that shows the level that Luka's on and the big decline that LeBron has been doing since he's turned 40. And again, he's 40 years old. So it's not a crazy take of me to think that a guy that's 35 closer to his prime like Jimmy Butler is better than a 40-year-old LeBron James. That's not a crazy take. Okay? So don't get freaking pissed off and don't get prissy about it, but it's just a fact to me. I just think that he's just a much better player right now, and he plays both sides. He turns it on. I think he had 38 tonight. Let me look at how he had. He had 38 tonight. Jimmy Butler game logs. 38 points tonight. 30 points the day before. 24 points the day before. 28. He turned it on. The last 4 games he turned it on. You can tell. And you can tell. I mean, he went from scoring 10 points, 13 points, 19 points, 11 points to upper 20s into the 30s, and then in a play-in game, a a game to get the 7th seed, which is the most coveted seed right now of all 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? It's the most coveted because you want to play against the Houston Rockets. You want to play against a team that has no experience, like the Rockets, even though they have Fred VanVleet. You want to play a team like that. So I'm just basically just talking right now, but I think that people need to realize and put more respect on Jimmy Butler's name and how Jimmy Butler is just a much better player than what people assume. Remember when everybody was clowning the Warriors for this trade? This is when like people don't know basketball. This was an amazing trade for the Warriors. You get a player like Jimmy Butler for Andrew Wiggins and Kyle Anderson. That's a fucking joke. That's a terrible trade for the Miami Heat. But they just wanted him gone and whatever. But Jimmy Butler, I mean, you see that. You have to have put so much attention on him, and you need to double him if he's in the post. You need to have a set of eyes on him down low so he doesn't beat his man. I mean, if you watch that game versus the Clippers, he was making Bogdanovich look like he doesn't, or Bojan Bogdanovic, making him look like he doesn't play defense at all. He had back-to-back dunks on him and then a foul, 2 shots against him in 3 straight plays. And then even the announcer, whoever it was, I think it was whoever does it with Mike Breen, said, Stan Van Gundy, he goes, yeah, they need to switch this matchup. Stan Van Gundy said, we need to switch this matchup. Maybe take Bojan Bogdanovic out the game. And that just shows how good of a player. Let's see this. Look at that bucket. That's just tough. I mean, that's just tough. LeBron James doesn't get doubled anymore. He doesn't. If you watch him play, they don't respect his fadeaway. They don't respect him going downhill anymore. They don't. And that's just a fact. Look at that. They didn't have a player like Jimmy Butler who can see the floor the way that Steph Curry wants him to see the floor, right? And it shows. It shows. But whatever. Well, this was a phenomenal game. Memphis Grizzlies are struggling. I don't know why they got rid of Taylor Jenkins. That was absolutely a weird flex. Beautiful shot here by Steph Curry. Absolute filth. Best shooter of all time. I mean, this Warriors team's gonna go far. Can they beat the Lakers? I mean, they match up well. Death lineup versus death lineup. That's gonna be a hell of a series right there. You have Draymond playing the 5. That's who I was hoping the Lakers would get as a Orange County near Los Angeles fan. You would want the Lakers to get a Draymond Green to play their 5 because that would just be a beautiful mix with Luka. So they can't double, and he's playing 4-on-3 basketball like he did when 2016-17 Warriors when KD was playing and Klay Thompson. That definitely was off Steph Curry right there. That was a weird flex. But yeah, so makes both free throws, 5-second call, just awful. But anyways, yeah, that's my take about it. Jimmy Butler, better player than LeBron. People disrespect him. I don't understand why. Playoff Jimmy's back. It's a real thing. He's better than LeBron James right now, and that's not a crazy take. LeBron James is 40 years old. He has groin problems, allegedly. He's not as good as he used to be, and that's a fact, right? He's third option on the Lakers, and that's a fact. Jimmy Butler, right now, first option on his team. He's the first option on his team. I don't care. He gets the ball way more than Steph Curry gets the ball. He touches the ball every single possession, damn near, and the offense runs through him. And Steph Curry's fine with it. That's how unselfish Steph Curry is. That's okay. That's okay. Just watch the game through the lens I just said it, and you'll kind of understand what I'm saying. All right. Have a good one. Like and subscribe. Thank you.